Here at Tirsbaek, we have Land Rovers of all shapes and sizes, from ex-military monsters, collectible classics, to the epitome of the Defender in the form of a Heritage Final Edition. We often get asked both how we have so many vehicles and why we don't make more use of all of them in our videos. Well, through our series Out of the Barn, we're going to go through the story of each and every one.
So this time, out of the barn, I'm sitting in the back of a car you might have seen before, which is our Series 3. Dates back from 1980s, start 80s, from what we know. We don't know the specific date of when it was produced, only when the first time we got an MOT, which was in 1984, according to the papers that we have. But it's an 88, it's a diesel version, the 2.3 diesel. 4-cylinder, runs quite well compared to it. It's only gone about, I think it's 50,000 kilometers, which is, well, just pretty much new compared to the age of it. So as well, that also means that it runs quite well. Still got some kind of problems also. The previous owner did loads of different things to it, like putting some speakers in it that we don't really need. But otherwise than that, it's quite good condition. We picked it up about 5 minutes from where we live again. We traded it in for another red series we had standing in the backyard. We'd have done a lot more, and it was running on its second engine. It was completely rotting away in the frame. So we sold that to a collector, and then after that my dad went up and bought this one. He knew it was for sale. It had been for sale for quite some time, but he just didn't really see a purpose of it. But all of a sudden, after I got my series, he also wanted one again. So you know, went ahead and got this one. It was in quite good condition. As I said, we got an MOT on it quite easily, but the rear cross member had to be replaced with a brand new one, which was pretty much the biggest job of it, and the brakes had to be fiddled with a bit. They're still not good, but they work, sort of. Otherwise, it's in work condition, and it's a fun thing to drive. Got a lot of character. So the whole purpose of getting this car, or my dad's excuse to my mom for getting another one, is pretty much it's going to be a workshop car. So whenever my car or anybody else's car is in the workshop getting fixed, they can take this one home with them instead. Right now my dad's Defender is in Spain with my sister's boyfriend, who's doing a lot of sailing. He's driving around in it down there, pulling the boat around. So my dad's driving around this one now for, I think he's done it for about a bit over a month now. And the mods in this vehicle aren't that many mods really. But we did do a slick shift that we got from Synco gearboxes, which is really working really well in it, because as you might know if you own a series, that the gearbox can get a bit weird. We've got quite a lot of series around, and like the gear shaft got a lot of play in it, so just to make it more drivable we decided to put a Synchro slick shift in it, which works really well. Very sharp shifting now. And that vehicle handles it quite well. We're a bit afraid of the clutch holding up to it, but it drives quite good. So now it's, you know, more drivable, I should say, compared to what it was before. So that's quite a good improvement. Also, the previous owner did install some kind of surround sound speakers in it, which is not connected to anything. So yeah, we're just gonna take those out and put a proper stereo in it or something, if we even want to do that. But otherwise, we've done a lot of repair jobs on it. As you can see, the rear cross member is brand new. We got some bits of the frame as well where we had to cut out and put some new box sections in, and new shocks, and a front spring in the left front, I believe it was, changed. Otherwise than that, it was just as we got it. So it got more than, you know, restoration jobs than mods on it for now. But really, it's a great runner. It runs and drives greatly, so there's not even that much to improve on it. My favourite thing about this car, which is pretty much with any other old Land Rover, is it got a lot of soul, sort of, when you drive it. You know, every Land Rover acts in a different way when you do something. When you change the gears, there's a different sound, and, you know, shakes a bit weirdly somewhere on it. You just got kind of soul and personality when you drive it. So you know when you're driving this one compared to driving another one. So, and other than that, it's just a great driver, except for the brakes don't work that well. That can be fixed out. Otherwise than that, it's a great driver. You know, I've been sitting out for about 5 days outside in the yard. I just turned the key, let it preheat for 5 seconds, turned the key, and just started right up. So it's very reliable, just keeps on going, really. And also when you look back, it's from around the start of the 80s. It's quite fun to see this one driving around when you see all the new production cars standing in the side of the road that has the lights on. And this one just keeps chugging right next to him. That's kind of a favorite thing I like about it. It just keeps on going, really. You can always trust it if you want to go anywhere. And it's just a fun driver to do, really. It's not about being fast or being, you know, cool, just vintage, really. Drive downtown and see all the new Teslas and all that kind of fancy stuff, but you just stick onto your old Land Rover because you know it works.